Welcome back to Engagement Academy, the show that's all from the perspective of someone who worked at a lot of companies and was like, what is this? Why are we doing it this way? Here's something employees don't want you to know. There are times that we are unproductive and we know it and we love it, okay? But let me deconstruct what that actually means. What causes this is inefficient processes and jerks and meetings not really solving anything or figuring anything out and projects being a little too ambiguous. So depending on if you have frontline or knowledge workers, this applies. There is an emotional grudge when we feel like we're not clear on what's being asked of us, or it takes 19 steps to log a new deal in Salesforce, or our uniforms are never ready and like I had to wear a size too small, or we're in this weekly huddle with our manager, which is just like a roundup update of what's everybody doing, like micromanaged to a T. There's software for this. No one's listening. This meeting's free. What are we doing in this meeting? And or this all hands is boring. My back hurts. What is it? What? Can this be an email? Because it's boring. Even down to, I don't agree with the features that we're launching. Like, I hate having to tell our customers that we can't ship this new feature that they keep asking for because the product team doesn't listen to us. When we can and when we have a moment, if something gets too hard, there were many times where I would be working on a project and I'd be like, you know what? I just worked on this for 2 hours straight. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to fold some laundry. I'm going to sit on the couch and read a book for a second because I just can't. Now, again, if you have people in office, that's like the coffee break that never ends. People are always leaving to go get coffee because they're like, F this, get me up out of here for a second. Or if you have frontline workers, I've seen this because I've been in hospitals installing software and been like around a ton of healthcare frontline workers and the retail and the, hospitality industry. They hang around and linger in the back and they just hang out because they don't want to give you any more of their effort because they're like annoyed. Okay. That's how juvenile it can seem to a CEO who doesn't get it, like drive engagement, like, oh, they're just lazy. They don't care. It's a coping mechanism. It is a way to feel like we can control something that is out of our control and at least put ourselves first for a second. At least have a moment of joy, a hit of dopamine, or feel like we accomplished something. For me, it was always, I'm going to go fold some laundry because I love to be at laundry inbox 0. And it's like when I miss my kids, I pride myself on how they always have perfect laundry. By the way, they're getting too old for that. And I'm going to fail them as a mother if they don't learn how to fold their own. But when I need to control something, I clean. It's a very productive coping mechanism, unless it's 2 a.m. and you're cleaning baseboards, which is like, what am I doing? What am I upset about? It took me 10 years to realize I was doing that. That's not healthy, but it happens on the job. I'm not saying it's happening 24/7, but we all do it. We all stop for a second and we're like, this place is dumb. I hate this job. And we are unproductive on company time. Now your salaried roles too, like you could say like, well, you're paid a salary. So as long as the work gets done, but the work gets done to a poor quality and it's not our best work. Sometimes we just want to get it over with. Just give me my paycheck, pay my benefits, contribute to my 401k and leave me alone so I can torment myself over the weekend over how we have to do it all again next week. So 100% employees are unproductive on the job, but it's not what you think. It's not because we want to. And we do feel guilty. I would have times where I'm like, I shouldn't do that. And then I'm like, what? Fold laundry? Like I work 24/7, but it happens a lot less when employees are engaged and excited about the work that they're doing and they want to do right by the company. They're willing to work extra hours or put in their best effort because they want something to be great. I'll just round this out by saying like, if you want to get some really actionable information on how you can drive engagement, survey your employees and ask, what gets in the way of doing your best work? Tell me what makes you nuts about your job. Like, don't ask it so formally. Well, I see a lot of survey questions and I'm like, I have a college degree and I had to think twice about what this means. Ask them very simply, what's the most frustrating part of your job? And they'll tell you, our manager, my manager, the meetings, the tools, the team, the customers, the lack of technology, the tool bloat, not being taken seriously. I don't know what's expected of me. We're not hitting our goals. I don't know what's going to happen. They'll tell you. And those are the triggers of employees not being productive. Once you start to fix those, your employees start to take you seriously. And so does your executive team if and when revenue is affected, which how can it not be? If you're making it better to work there, people are going to care more and feel more emotionally attached because they don't want to lose that job. Some of this is so people try to be so literal about driving engagement. And I did spend all summer coming up with a framework. I do feel like I cracked at least version 1 of that code. I figured out a rinse repeat way to drive engagement, but some of it is an art. Don't overthink it. It's like raising a family. If the kids aren't listening to you, the kids are upset. What are they upset about? Can't tell kids what to do time and time and time again. They're going to run away. That was a turnover joke. You're doing great. There's no playbook for this. That's why we are writing it together. And I'm just excited to be alongside all of you and helping you bit by bit think about this differently, okay? Have a great week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.